Chris, how would you say you feel about the Metroidvania genre?
I'm quite a fan, Adam. To be honest, yeah, there's been a lot of decent ones throughout the years.
There's been few truly exceptional ones, though, if you know what I mean. Like ones that you really go, this. I mean, Ori and the Blind Forest, I've long been a champion of, and it wasn't just the art style. That was just a brilliant Metroidvania game. Well, if you read Chris's review over on GodIsAGeek.com of Hollow Knight, it appears we've got another one on our hands, Chris.
Oh, like there is a lot of Metroidvania games out there, or games that claim to be Metroidvania, but very few of them actually make you want to go back to earlier levels and reach the places that you couldn't reach before. And I think Hollow Knight, down to a plethora of reasons, it's certainly worth your time. Like, I absolutely love it.
We've got to start with how it looks, because that's what people are probably going to be seeing right now, how it looks. It's a gorgeous game, isn't it?
Oh, it's absolutely stunning. Like, it's one of the nicest hand-drawn games I've ever seen. The characters are designed really nicely. The environments are also just stunning, and the lighting and the way it just plays with all these visual ideas. It's just ridiculous. Like, it's just a really stunning game to look at.
Do you feel like it? I agree with you that it's a wonderful game, right? According to your review, I'm not sure it brings too much new to the genre, does it?
No, I wouldn't say so. I mean, the game, like I wouldn't say the art style reminded me of Salt and Sanctuary, but I think the kind of hand drawn, that element to it, it reminded me a bit of the game in that respect. So yeah, no, it doesn't bring anything massively new. It's just a lot of, with games like these big games like Horizon and Resident Evil 7, they've got loads of people working on them, and you shouldn't really feel the need to talk about visuals like that's an important role. It's all about the gameplay. But I think with Hollow Knight, that's certainly something that deserves the credit, because there's a lot of work that gone into making it, and I think the kind of the style actually helps to build the way it plays, and there's a lot of kind of hidden places and stuff like that, and there's a lot to kind of explore, and I think the way it's designed and drawn adds to that, because there's so many different places and different locations within the game that each one kind of has something new to offer, and it's just a well designed game, both mechanically and and in the design.
One thing I particularly liked, I like the difficulty of it. I don't mean like it because it's hard, because it's not all hard. Like it's quite a well balanced game.
It is.
I think.
Yeah, it is. It's not. There are elements to. I hate with Souls like fuck it. There are certain elements to it, but it isn't difficult. It rewards you very much the same way. But the bosses, they've got very specific attacks and very specific pacing, and after a while you know exactly what the movements are going to be. It doesn't make it any. I mean, it's still difficult, but they are manageable.
The bosses remind me a little bit of Shovel Knight in that respect. I don't know if you've played Shovel Knight.
I have.
Like, they are. The patterns are fairly repetitive, but it is about how you learn them. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, definitely. And I think you've got a lot of different abilities to use and unlock throughout the game that will help with these, and you can interchange them whenever you want. So yeah, it's a really smartly put together game.
It's just got some stuff I really dig about it. That I think I'm being unfair saying it doesn't add a lot, but I'm thinking about the map stuff now. Actually, I don't know why. I think it's because you get it quite early, but when you start playing, like, the map is useless. There's no map, and if you go to an area that you haven't mapped, again, useless. It just says you haven't got the map. So once you buy the map, you can also buy a compass that then the compass shows you on the map. But it's, again, you need to explore an area, then go and sit on a bench, which is how you save, and that fills out your map for you then. And if you die before saving, the map you explored is gone. It doesn't fill it out unless you sit on a bench and save and draw on your map. And I think it does borrow from those kind of games that you mentioned. I'm not going to say, because we tend to get hate whenever we compare it to those games. But I like it's got a sense of tension about it. Like the enemy that kind of, it's like a bush that runs at you, but it runs at you really quick, and you shit yourself whenever it comes at you, and until you actually do think, I'm going to just hit it, and then a tiny little thing falls out of it and runs away from you. Like, that's another thing. Like, this game's got a lot of enemy types. I mean, you eventually unlock a kind of compendium that you once you find an enemy, it fills out a bit, and then it tells you kill 25 more of these or whatever, and and it doesn't really help you. It doesn't like say here's a tip. It just adds lore. But I like. There's a lot of enemies actually. Now I think about it, a lot of enemies, isn't there?
Yeah, I think they say in the press release 130. So
wow, yeah,
something like that, you know. I mean, it's a massive game, you know. There's a lot to kind of explore, and it could take it does take a long time, but it's certainly worth getting involved with. And like, it's a pretty kind of dark game as well. Like, you can find some really kind of sad moment. Like, it's weird because like there's this little kind of girl or this little creature who's using a pickaxe really early in the game, and I wanted to remember what it was. But so after I reviewed it this morning, I kind of went back in and just had a look, and there's like this little poem that comes up when you press on her, and it says, "Oh, bury my mother pale and slight, bury my father with his eyes shut tight, bury my sister 2 by 2, and then when you're done, let's bury me too." You know, like, and there's a lot of that kind of darkness to it, but in that darkness, it's just kind of like this. It's weird. There's a light within the darkness, and the kind of your kind of souls that you collect, which is called souls.
Yeah.
You know, they give you life, and you can use them to traverse this nightmare or whatever, and you can use them to fire kind of projectiles. You could use them to kind of double jump up walls. You could use them to kind of jump heavily onto enemies from above and all sorts of stuff. So there's a weird little message involved, but you know, on the whole, it's a really interesting little game, and it's well worth playing.
I mean, if you've got a PC it doesn't need to be a powerful PC, but if you play games on your PC, and you like the genre, then this is one to have. And it is actually coming to Nintendo Switch, although they haven't. I did ask, and they haven't said when. Yeah. But it's the kind of game that is perfect for the Switch.
Definitely, yeah.
But you can go to godasageek.com and read the full review. Obviously, you know, see the score. What is it? I don't know. You have to go and have a look. You can also go to patreon.com/godasageek if you like our stuff and want to support us for $1 a month, which is, you know, nothing really. Let's be honest. You're going to get exclusive content, early content, just, you know, lots of stuff. We try and bring you everything we can as early, and we also try and let you know what's going on the site in our Discord channel and our Patreon only Discord channel. Thank you very much, Chris, for your time.
No, thank you.
And we'll see you next time. Bye bye for now.